Well, it's one apiece after a magnificent test match at Edgbaston. It's a quick turnaround. We are here at Lord's Day 1. Kumar, Sangakkara, Ravi, Shastri with me. And it's not rain that's delayed play today because it's glorious. 30 degrees. It's Ladybirds. Yeah. Have you ever experienced that before?
No, you say...
Bees, yes.
You say at Lord's you look up, not down, at clouds, but not Ladybirds. Stokes has been kind of swatting them away and he hasn't looked happy.
Not a happy man at the moment, is he?
Man, no, with the injury as well, Mel, and it's quite concerning for England. Looking at tomorrow and how the pitch is playing, he'll have to do some work with the ball. Can he? Yeah. Is the question.
This is it. Lots to chat about as we near the end of day 1 here on the third test. Ravi, you were going to say something?
No, I was going to say in the context of the series, you know, it's luckily there's a gap of about 9 days between this test match and the next test match. Plus the fact that England need Ben Stokes, the bowler. Ben Stokes for himself needs Ben Stokes, the bowler, to get actually involved in the test match, then captain the side. So all eyes will be on him, the way he pulls up tomorrow.
We've had a couple of injuries. So one to Ben Stokes, groin injury, it looks like at the moment. And then the other one is Rishabh Pant as well, a finger injury. So he was off the ground. But let's go way back to the start of the day and something that we had a giggle about at the coin toss. You were out there. Nailed it as per usual, Ravi. There was a huge cheer for England, not the fact that they won the coin toss, but that Ben Stokes decided to bat, which is the first time in such a long time.
He took me aback. I said, what if you decided we'll bat? And there was a pause, you know. I said, what? Did I hear correctly? And then I had to move on, because against the grain, England liked, to chase normally. But I think it's the weather. It's the wear and tear. He knows how much of the rough can come into play, and the Indian spinners, the problems they posed in the last test match at Edgbaston. So I think the right decision by England, especially after what happened in Birmingham, to bat first.
That is 13 straight coin tosses that India hasn't fallen their way at least. It's just one of those weird anomalies, isn't it?
Yes, and all 3 occasions, Shubman Gill wanted to field.
There you go.
So after the first 2 tosses, I told him, good toss to lose. But this time, I think Ben did the right decision.
2 big changes too for both sides. One apiece. We have Jasprit Bumrah coming back in, Kumar. We also have Jofra Archer back in for England as well. It's been 54 tests. I should get that right.
Yeah, 4 years.
Yeah, in 4 years.
It's incredible, isn't it? And that's the wear and tear on a fast bowler's body as well that shows. And some players are more prone to injury than not. But how exciting is it? I mean, remember his debut here in the Ashes. Hit Stephen Smith hard. Labuschagne coming in, absolutely knocked him on the crest. And he's magical to watch. On this particular pitch, I think Jofra might be even more difficult to face because it's a little bit up and down. And if he gets going and he bowls that bumper, a Yorker once in a while, I would love to see him bowl a Yorker once in a while with the new ball at his pace because it rushes you and with the swing. He'll be a handful. But the key, as Ravi mentioned as well in the context of this match and the series with Stokes gone, if India can push him back into his second, third spells and also take on the spinner proactively so the fast bowlers don't get much of a rest and have to come back, that'll be quite an interesting tussle between the 2 sides. I mean, don't discount Root as an off spinner. He's very, very good, so he has some support. But I'm really interested to see how tactically they play out. And are they able to do that and mount pressure on each other in the way that they should with the way this pitch is playing? Which
goes back to the captain, Ben Stokes, and his injury as well, because you can get excited about having someone like Jofra Archer in your side, which we saw against Australia in that first time that he came into this team, and probably bowled him just that fractionally too long. He's only got 18, 19 overs under his belt.
That's the problem. He's not played too much of first-class cricket. Whether you like it or not, you might be... in peak condition fitness-wise, but when you don't have that match fitness, subconsciously it'll play on your mind. Do I exert myself? Do I go, full tilt, or do I just wait and watch? I think what he will do, Jofra Archer, he'll be smart here with this heat. He won't go full tilt. He'll conserve his energy. There will be the effort ball, like Kumar mentioned. Bouncer is very important because you don't know how much is going to bounce. And he's a skidder. He's got a good bouncer. And hope for England to bat for another session and a half tomorrow. Because if that happens, then you're going to see the variable bounce. We saw that in the World Test Championship. There was a variable bounce which South Africa exploited.
That's right.
I think over here there might be even more variable bounce. And then Jofra becomes a key man from England's point of view.
Yeah, and the bouncer here at Lord's, particularly day 2 and later into day 3, certainly has worked well. The stats show that as well. Let's go back to the start of the day with England opening up, Crawley and Duckett. And they seem to negate things reasonably well early. It wasn't the England that we're used to. There wasn't it's probably, I'm trying to think of the last day of play that we've seen England bat for a full day and a run rate be in around that 3 and unders.
Yeah, it's been good to watch, actually. I think it's a great positive sign for England as well, that the fact that they can adapt and change and Root almost get into 100.
We've got eyes on it at the moment.
Excitement in the com box as
not
well.
Out. Boy, does he love this ground.
I think they were under a little bit of, not pressure, I would say, for the England side, but to show that they are actually adaptable in terms of their game plan. I think, batting first, trying to work through a good opening spell by the Indian bowlers. Bumrah micely going under 2 runs. Siraj just over 2. So it's been hard graft and they've done it well. So I don't see it as a negative. I think it's a very positive sign. But also let's look at the skill of the Indian bowlers. They've really held this game together. They haven't let England just run away with it. And this partnership is key for England, but so it is for India. They've got to get some breakthroughs as well and not have Jamie Smith come tomorrow morning really fresh to be able to. But we're running out of time for the day, isn't it? I mean, the new balls, slow over it.
Yep.
Lots of delays.
We'll get,
6:30 cut-off time. So tomorrow will be the day that both sides are tested again.
As we speak, well, the odd ball's keeping low with the second new ball.
Yeah. Root's on 98. There's a bit of bated breath here at Lord's, waiting for a guy that loves this ground. There's a backward of point. Just the one. He's going to tease it out a little bit longer as Jadeja goes to Joe Root. Come on, take the second.
700, 7 times on the honours board, could be number 8. I doubt if anyone's got more hundreds at
No, he's the first player to go past 3,000 runs against India as well, so it's been quite the day for
The question is, will it be today or tomorrow?
This is it. Well, we might be waiting for tomorrow morning. Bumrah comes back into the side. Akashdeep's coming off his first 10 for Shiraz, as we know, is just that massive competitor. But it was Nitish Reddy with 2 wickets in the 14th over that just turned things.
What a bonus that was.
Yeah.
Just out of nowhere, innocuous delivery got rid of Ben Duckett, and then a beauty to get rid of Zach Crawley. Yeah. That's absolute bonus as far as India was concerned at that stage.
Yep, and could have had another one because Gill dropped Pope off his first ball as well, because the game could have been completely different. So a couple of wickets in that first session of play, 83 for 2 at lunch, and then it was Pope and Root that just settled things down when India's seamers particular were bowling superbly well.
Yes, they settled things down, built a little partnership, and then a little bit of spin magic and a great catch from Dhruv Jurel, I thought. That an exceptional one, replacing the injured punt.
Yeah.
But what I really loved during the whole day was the setup of Brook by Bumrah. I thought that was just exceptional bowling, great control of line and length. I mean, I watched him. They've identified that off cutter as being his weak point, even though he bats just outside off stump. And control of line and length in those 2 overs from Bumrah was exceptional. He went full, slightly shorter, 6.5 to 7.5 metres, just 3.5 feet of play there. A bouncer in between to push Brook onto the back foot. Then, of course, the control on the seam. Cross seam the ball before he got Brook, and then a perfect seam angling back in slightly wider to castle him. I thought that was just exceptional skill.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait till tomorrow because end of day's play, 251 on the board for England, 4 wickets down, and it's Joe Root who leaves the ground, 99 not out alongside Ben Stokes as well. You talk about the setup there. The other one is Harry Brook. It's been the 3rd time now. Akashdeep got him twice at Edgbaston with the ball that ducks in again today with the ball that ducks in. Is it a concern or worry? Is it something that India are going to keep probing and probing?
Keep probing, and it's playing on his mind. There's no question about that. You could see his stance. He was outside the off stump with that back foot today in his stance for long periods of time. So he's conscious of the fact that India are trying to do it, and the fact that it sneaked through again between bat and pad will make him think.
So 2 wickets to Reddy. That was in the first session of play. A wicket to Bumrah and also to Jadeja. Shubman Gill with spin. It was late in the second session and then he started with spin again, which helped get that first wicket.
Yeah, I thought Gill captained really well. I thought especially with Reddy coming into the attack so early, I think it just past the 13th over, he would have been, as a young captain, tempted to stay with his main bowlers. But he took the courageous decision, and that's a little bit of Gill, wasn't it? First bowler, dropped the pen, dropped the ball. But he went with Reddy. It was a bit of a risk because the English batters could have gotten away. But he rewarded him with 2 wickets. I like that risk-taking ability of a young captain, and Shubman Gill is learning fast.
And what do you make of that, Kumar? I wanted to ask you. Dhruv Jurel, not easy. You know, your main keeper goes off. You asked to keep the wicket straight away after lunch. There was a deflection. There was a good catch.
Oh, that is an exceptional catch. And DK, Dinesh Karthik, did a little piece on third man of the position of Gill as opposed to Pant. And I think Jurel was in great position. Great opening of the hips. It bounced. His hands were in the right position. His head was really close to the gloves. And it goes to show how good a keeper. Even in his first series in India, he was exceptional on wickets that absolutely ragged. And under the new rules, you can take advantage of anyone in the squad to come and keep. And that was really good for Pant and India. I think it's fantastic. I mean, it is an injury, and players are not taking advantage of it in any way or fashion unduly. And I thought Jurel, like you said, being ready, coming in, really focusing, first ball, it's not easy in England either. I thought he did exceptionally, but it'll do him confidence as well because he might be playing in this series at some point.
Is it true? What's the big question for tomorrow? The pitch, a little bit slow, a little bit up and down with the new ball, the injury to Pant, the injury to Stokes. It's going to play out.
I think 2 sessions for England. Root becomes the key. You'll have to see how Stokes pulls up tonight. You know, might be all fine tomorrow morning. But England will be hoping for this partnership to stretch because you can clearly see their tactics. They want to bat once big in this test match, and I think a score in excess of 400 will test India as well.
Okay, Kumar?
Yeah, I think Ravi's spot on. I would love to see how Jamie Smith goes on this pitch and whether he comes out attacking. It's not an easy pitch to play your shots on as well. India will be hoping for wickets because, as Ravi says, if England bat long and try to bat once, India will have to have a very good first innings. And Stokes is going to be key as well, along with Root. Let's see how he plays out. Hopefully he pulls up well and we'll have all of his skill on display, challenging the Indian batters, because I love watching a good contest. But I think tomorrow that first session is such a key passage of play.
It certainly is. I thought you were going to go for more. No? You're happy? You're happy? He's happy. Kumar's happy. I'm certainly happy. It's been a different day of Test match cricket here at Lord's today, with England batting sedately as they look to bat long. It is all down to tomorrow here at Lord's. Join us then at the start of play on Sky Sports, or join us at the review at the back end of the day. Thanks for joining us.